everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm always terrified of doing these comparison videos because they get a lot of views, and more views mean like more haters, and I get a lot of crazy comments. They're just like super rude. So I'm ready for you guys. Bring the hate, whatever. I'm gonna say what I want. But I just want to talk about these new Morphe palettes because they just came out with the new Morphe 35R palette. So I was so excited to get it, and once I opened it up I realized that I feel like I bought the same palette like 3 times, and I'll tell you what. So this is the 35R palette. Just take a good look. And now I'm gonna pull out their mocha palette. I think it's called the 25B, and take a look. So I laid them next to each other and they look very similar. It's almost like the 25B is like a baby version of the 35R. So that happened, and then I also love the Morphe 35O palette. It's like my favorite palette, especially for clients and things like that. And you can just take a good look at the 35O palette. And this is the original one. It's got the shimmer and the mattes mixed together. Alright, so here is the 35R and here is the 35O palette right next to each other. And the 35O has been loved so much because it really is one of my favorites. I love using it, and it's just so affordable. Let me just talk about these palettes a little bit. They're just really similar. I definitely don't think you need more than one. I don't know why I got 3 of these. I feel like I bought the same palette 3 times, like I said before. But the Morphe 35O has more orange tones. As you can see here, it has these like really nice warm colors that I really do like to use. It has shimmers scattered around the palette, and the good thing about the 35R palette is that most of the shimmers are on this side. Now, a lot of YouTubers are saying that all the shimmers are on this side. That's not true. There is a shimmer here and a shimmer here. They're just like these weird shimmery colors, I don't know. But these are 2 more shimmer colors. They're not totally foiled, but they're shimmery. There's definitely some warm colors and then some cool colors, but it just doesn't have those like bright like orangey coral colors like the 35O. Okay, so formula wise, oh my gosh, I used this palette today on my eyes and I am just like obsessed. Like Morphe really stepped it up with their formula. The 35O, which is right here, it was a lot more powdery. It wasn't like horrible, it wasn't like chalky, but it wasn't buttery, do you know what I mean? But today, when I was using this palette to create this look that I'm wearing right now, I realized how amazing the formula was. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the 25B palette. Alright, so here is the 25B. It's a little palette. It has 25 colors here. It has a row of shimmers, and then it has a couple more shimmers throughout the palette. I do love the colors here. I don't like the formula, to be honest with you. It's the same as the Morphe 35O. I'm not crazy about the colors. I thought I would love them, but they're not really doing it for me. So I still might use it on a client that has like a nice color scheme that would go with this, but it's not like my go-to. I don't think that it's worth spending money on it. I am giving one of these away, so if you want to enter that giveaway, I'll link it down below just in case you want to try it for yourself. And it's not the worst palette in the world. Like, it works. Like, I've taken just this palette with me on like a weekend trip or something like that, and I get by on it. It definitely gets you glam. It's just not like my favorite. So let's look at these two. This is the 35R and this is the 25B. Oh my gosh, all these numbers and letters are giving me like tongue twisters. So what I'm realizing with this palette is that it's like a hybrid between the 25A and the 25B. I do not have the 25A palette, but it's more of like a coppery gold palette, and this is more of like a cool mocha palette, and this one has both colors in them. So I feel like this is kind of like the highlight reel of the 25A and the 25B mixed together. So that would be the best way of describing this palette, but I can tell you right now that the formula of this palette is just something else. Like, they definitely changed the formula because it's amazing. So for me personally, I really like the 35R palette, and I might like it more than the 35O palette. I'm still deciding, but formula-wise, the 35R palette's better. Color-wise, I still like the 35O because I'm really into those like warm, orangey, peachy colors. That's just really my thing right now. I'm not really prepared to just be limited to like a certain spectrum of color, if you know what I mean. So it did get a little bit boring for me because I do have the 25B palette, so I felt like the colors were very repetitive. But if you don't have that palette, then I do recommend the gold palette. The good thing is that it is a permanent addition to their collection, so you can get it whenever you feel like it. Trust me, the formula is like So this is the look that I created. I'm going to go ahead and show you a video of me doing all the eyeshadows so you can see how they apply and what colors I used. With me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. I'm gonna go ahead and link some videos that have some really good swatches that I think that you should check out down below, and that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.